Hi all. See this, in this particular problem we are required to find out this sum, and see that this problem is little bigger, right, because everything are there, right. So to solve that we considered few things, right. So first we consider that in this particular case a k minus 1 is equal to that whatever there inside, right, that we consider, and the next step is depends on k, so I consider a k, that is pi by 4 and k pi by 6, okay. That's it. So therefore, that given summation will be now reduces to sine k ak minus 1 and sine ak. We have to do this kind of tricks in exam as well, because how many times you write pi by 4, k minus 1 and all that. So here you will spend lot of times there, okay. Now see that we have to observe something. So let's observe that. So here we can observe that if I subtract that multiplied by 2 here, right, we get 1 by 2. So this is the tricks to solve this problem. Why I apply these tricks? We apply that because if we see that if I consider that subtraction between ak and a minus 1 will get pi by 6, and what's that? That gives you, as if I take sine both sides, that gives you half, because sine pi by 6 sine 30 is equal to half. So therefore wherever we get half, that can be now replaced by sine ak and k minus 1. So this is the simple tricks we have to use to solve this problem. Now it is a formula of sine a in minus b, so we just expand that numerator by sine a, sine b, sine a cos b, cos a sine b form. Now see that we can easily divide the terms, right. So for the first term sine ak and sine ak get cancelled, we get cot term. So cot ak minus 1 and cot ak, right. So this gives you the summation, and summation is from k equal to 1 to 13, okay. So that's it. Now observe carefully. Now if I write down that, so that means you have to substitute for k equal to 1, that means a0 minus a1, then a1 minus a2 and so on, right. So therefore if I write down and write all the terms using that expansion of summation, right, we can see that few terms get cancelled out. So see that cot a1 will be cancelled here, right. So this term, last term and first term get cancelled, last term and first term get cancelled, and so on. So therefore at the end we'll have cot a0 term and cot a13 term. So these terms are there. If we see that, we just use some cut. So cot a1 and cot a1 get cancelled, cot a2 will be cancelled by the next term, cot a3 will be cancelled by the next term, and cot a12 will be cancelled by the last term of the previous one, right. So by this way all the term get cancelled. So what is left? That is cot a0 and cot a13. So therefore we just write down that, and that gives me the final summation. So now we are done with this sum. So our job of summation is over now. Now we need to calculate what is cot a0 and what is cot a13. So look carefully. What is cot a0? That means I have to substitute k equal to 0. So that means it gives you pi by 4, right? And if I substitute k equal to 13, we'll get it as 13 pi by 6, right? So that's actually gives you my a0 and a13. So obviously cot a0, that means we'll need to calculate cot pi by 4, and that gives you 1, okay. Everybody knows about that, right. So therefore we can say that cot a0 is equal to 1. Now we need to calculate cot a13. Cot a13 will be cot pi by 4 plus 13 by 6. Yes, we can leave as it is, but obviously here we are looking for a numeric kind of answer, so we cannot write down cot pi by 4 is the answer, right. Now see that if I look carefully, that 13 pi by 6, it can be written as 2 pi plus pi by 6. So let's go ahead. Now we see that it is 2 pi plus theta, right? What is theta? Pi by 4 plus pi by 6. So therefore this one can easily be written as cot of pi by 4 plus pi by 6, right? Now what is cot pi by 4 by pi by 6? That can be easily written as 1 by tan pi by 4 plus pi by 6. Now tan pi by 4 plus pi by 6, we can know the formula. So if we apply that formula, it will be the reciprocal of that tan a plus b formula, right? Now we know every values, right? So tan pi by 4 1, tan pi by 6 1 by root 3 and all that. Multiply the denominator and numerator by root 3, we get a simple form. Now we can skip it as it is, but still we in maths we don't do that, right? So therefore we have to rationalize it. We multiply both sides of the numerator and denominator by root 3 minus 1. So we get it as root 3 minus 1 whole square divided by 3 minus 1, the basic calculation. So therefore we can expand that, divided by that, and we get that answer of cot A13 is equal to 2 minus root 3. That's it. Now what is our S, right? Let's recall that. So our S, we calculate that 2 times of A0 minus A13 obviously with cot. Here we already calculating that. So here we can calculate S as 1 minus cot A0 minus cot 13. That gives you as actually that 1 minus 2 root 3. Okay, see this. This is the final sum right now. So obviously now the basic arithmetic give us the result, right? So the basic arithmetic gives that it is 2 root 3 minus 1, right? Because it is having that product and we can easily calculate that. Hence, we can easily observe that for this particular problem, obviously option C is the correct answer. And that's it. Hope you understood the problem. It's a very straightforward calculation, but only we have to apply a small tricks in the second line, that we take 2 commons and write 1 by 2 in the numerator. If you write down that, the remaining problem is very easy. That's it. Hope you understood it. Thank you.